There's an old saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So when it comes to money and freedom, most people pick fast and most people stall. Today, we're going to dive into why. We are Caleb and Mary Beth Lutz, former teachers who now in real time are building out the income and influence resources that we wish someone had given us sooner. And today we're going to talk about why you should not build this alone. Just really why, first off, asking for help is not weakness. Second, why going it alone really does stall you. And third, why together goes further. So let's go ahead and dive in.
Let's do it. Well, on that first point of why asking for help is not weakness, I think this is especially important for us dudes who sometimes you want to feel the, what would you call it? Just the benefit and the kind of pride of doing it alone. And I may think of Braveheart or Gladiator and some of the epic old, just macho man heroes that we had growing up. And it's like, you want to be the one to lead, to do it. But most of the time, and in each of those stories, especially that Braveheart one, you see the men who poured into him for years before he became who he was. And I think one of the biggest strengths is being able to say, hey, how do you do this? And hey, I'm not satisfied with this, and I know I can do better, and you're strong in this area. How can I learn from you? It's just powerful. I think there are many people who try to appear self-made.
Yep.
Especially if they've got some sort of coaching business or some sort of buy my course. And I think those who are very transparent on who they're learning from,
Yep.
on why they do what they do, it's so much more real. And it doesn't play into that myth that you need to be self-made. Truly, anybody who is doing well over time, they've got the people in their corner. There's so many more things I can go through there, but what are your thoughts on
For
this?
sure. And no one is actually self-made. Like at the end of the day, if someone truly develops themselves, they have read books, they've found resources, they found podcasts or something. And so the self-made story, just transparently, it's pretty much a myth. Like everyone who went far actually had help. And on that too, like regardless of, I know obviously you're an amazing man, I'm an amazing woman, right? But ego or not, asking for help is not admitting that you're less. It's actually moving you further into your purpose and moving you faster as well. And, the strongest people that we know are the ones who are constantly wanting to be in every room where they know the least.
I think it's when you have the humility to ask for help fastest.
Yep.
When you have the strength to be like, yeah, I don't have it all, but I want to learn quickly. It's so powerful.
Yeah. And the strongest people we know too, they also have mentors. They submit to a mentor. They ask for feedback that they have peers that they work with. They have coaches that they're going to. It's actually strength to ask for help.
And the flip side of that, walking in pride is very expensive.
Very expensive.
Because you can't learn from those around you. It means you have to hit the hard knocks of life on your own. And this is kind of transitioning into our second point, why going alone does stall you. And it's common sense. You can only go so far on your own. Like your ceiling only goes so high. Your life experience only plays in so much. One very valuable piece, why I love diversity, is that you can learn from people who have had their own life journeys, who have gone through life before you.
Yep.
When we walked through last year, we were pregnant, lost our first baby in a miscarriage. We had never expected that, never faced that.
Never.
But had no idea how many people we were around who had also gone through that before. And we were able to lean on and find out from them just like, okay, how do you walk through this? And facing grief for the first time. That's something you don't learn about in the success journey, right?
Yeah, and I don't know that there was a way we could have prepared ourselves for that one.
But navigating that in life absolutely impacted every part of our business, every part of our family life, everything. And so it's one of those lesser thought about areas that truly, if we had just been on our own doing our own thing, I can only imagine how hard of a setback that would have been.
Yeah, and ironically too, and I know this is kind of a different topic on grief, but when we actually shared with other people the burden, we actually shared with them the load. That was, quite frankly, it was more than I could have bared by myself. I mean, I'm going to be honest. And even together, we did a great job, but the strength and depth of the relationships with people in our community went drastically deeper.
It's like
through that time.
Now we're being real.
Now we're really getting real. And it's kind of to a point where with those people now, like we have pretty in-depth conversations about other stuff too. And so I'm not saying we had to go through that to get to that point with them, but at the end of the day, like if we would have tried to just do that completely by ourselves, we would have missed out on so many great opportunities and we would have been stuck for way longer in that situation.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
No, I know we're both excited. They were able to give perspective that in the midst of the storm, I couldn't see. And I know that's a very poetic way to say it, but it's like we were in the storm. We were in the thick of it. We couldn't see the forest from the trees. And we were like, what is going on? And to have people who were on the other side of it be able to be like, hey, first of all, it's normal. I just needed to hear someone tell me it was normal. Secondly, you're going to be okay. Thirdly, if you still feel it come up once in a while, that's again normal. Like hearing someone just make it plain for what I was completely new territory in helped me tremendously. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my thought here is that I think there can be 1,001 reasons in your own mind why you disqualify yourself.
Yeah.
And it can be your background. It can be some vice that you've given into, whether it be alcohol, whatever it may be. There are dozens of things. And again, we can speak to as many as we like here, but you can come up with all these reasons why you're not outgoing enough, why you're not financially fit enough, why you didn't have these resources. And in reality, you can just go to someone and be like, hey, I smoke pot and I don't know how to get out of this. Can you help me? I'm addicted to porn and this sucks. How can I get out of this? Like there's so many things that if you're actually just willing to be open and to not be perfect, you can realize pretty much no one around you is perfect, but those who have succeeded are the ones who aren't just trying to stand on their own. There are great analogies, and this can be my last thought here.
Yeah,
but
you're good.
I believe it's the aspen trees in Colorado that by themselves, they're not all that impressive. But you realize after a forest fire goes through and burns them all down, just a few years later, they're all regrown. And it's like, how does that happen? And it's because they're actually connected by the roots. And so even though the tops burn down, the roots still play together and connected. It's technically all still one tree system. And all of a sudden, they can grow back together and raise back together. When I first saw that, I just think that's such a beautiful analogy of what a community, yes, you can take hits together, you can get burnt down together. But if you keep that connection, you've got 10 times a better chance to, hey, we're going to pull nutrients from here and share it over here. And it's so valuable. Yeah.
And I was thinking back to like a problem that's shared is that they say it's a problem cut in half, but I dare say it would be a lot more than that. You know, you being able to be willing to admit if you don't have it all together. Because here's the thing, like just being vulnerable with someone who's a trusted person who has the fruit on the tree that you're looking for, like burnout at the end of the day for people and why they turn to different things comes because they're trying to carry everything by themselves. They're trying to go it completely alone. And if you in your journey, if you want to go fast or not even just fast, but sustainably move forward. Yes. I would say that probably better. Sustainability. And if you try to go it completely by yourself, it's not going to help. And that's why, you know, our third point about why together actually goes further. One thing that's truly helped us along the journey is mentorship at the end of the day. They kind of say with mentorship, it's like there's this giant minefield in front of you. And instead of the mentor has walked that field before you and they have known every single point to not step on. And now they're able to, even before you go on that field, they're like, hey, don't step there, don't step there, don't step there. And a good mentor, their goal is not to have power over you or to be better than you necessarily. Their goal as a mentor protege is to look at the protege and say, you know what, how can I develop you so you can actually get further even more quickly than I did. And so they've already walked the road. And so finding a quality mentor is always going to help. And I will just say, I know we shared a little bit of our story, but peers keep it honest, man. Peers keep it honest, and they're able to share some of their experiences, let you know you're not alone, that you're not crazy, that you're going through the same thing, and keep you going. And so I would say mentors and peers are absolutely huge going together.
Agreed. I think on the mentor side of it, this is it truly is a joy for me. If someone is starting out in the freight industry, I can save you a lot of time on what to do and not to do, right?
Yeah.
If someone's starting out in direct sales, I can save you a lot of time of companies to work with or not work with, of practices to do or to not do. And it actually means a lot to someone, and we'll have to dive in and take time for its own video of how to seek out a mentor.
Yeah.
Usually you're not going to get hours of time on the front end,
Yep.
but it's such a joy to someone who's walked that field if they make one recommendation for someone to apply it, come back to them and say, hey, I applied it and this worked. Man, that's such a simple way to earn more time and get more perspective from someone who's been there and done that. They're like, wow, you're actually gleaning from that. This is benefiting you. Awesome. Let me put more of an investment here to get more of a return and see more happen in your life.
Yeah.
Those who are truly successful, 9 times out of 10, they want to see that bread in others. They want to see that multiplied. That's my main thought there.
And a lot of people who have had true success in their life, they understand how much other people have poured into them. And so they do actually want to give back to people. And so, and we could do a much deeper dive on this, but in terms of if you're like, gosh, I need someone or a mentor, just a few practicals, somebody who's a few steps ahead of you who could answer some of your questions.
Invaluable.
And they have as we call it, the fruit on the tree in the area that you're wanting.
You would actually trade places with them
Yes.
and be really grateful if someone's life is a wild hailstorm. I'm trying to think of a nice word for this.
A wild
hailstorm.
A wild hailstorm.
A lot of hail happening in their life.
Ooh.
Then you may take note of that and might not be the best person to follow. Versus someone who you can just tell their life is together. Their marriage is awesome.
Yep.
That the people around them who've known them the longest respect them the most. There are many signs that you can tell, okay, they don't just have good income. That's kind of the lowest hanging fruit. But there's a lot of other things that is right in this person's life. Those are really good signs.
Yeah, for sure. And not only that, but even I think having a community of people is really important too. The ability to share wins is crucially valuable for sure. And you need to see stories of success in your journey. You also need to see people who aren't afraid to be like, we're going through it.
Yeah.
We're going through it too.
Yeah.
And you're smiling.
I'm still laughing about the wild hailstorm.
I'm giving a great point right now.
Please continue.
Come on.
You're amazing.
But anyway, at the end of the day, having a community that is going to support you, to come around you, just like we've had many come around us in some of our darkest moments, to be honest. Instead of us having to carry all of our own loads by ourselves, we have real examples of people who have the success. And, for us, that's why we have started something on the website, but the champions community. Mm-hmm. And that's really where our goal with that is to collaborate with other people who are experts in their field with no other intention of just learning from each other. Gosh, it doesn't matter the field, but I just like learning from people who are successful. Mm-hmm. I just like learning hey, what's your story? How did you get here? And
especially those who are truly successful and it's not vested in the show of it or the optics of it.
Yes.
But they've done it for them and their tight family. They've done it for them and their tight community. And again, maybe a few steps ahead, but they can share so much real value. That is very much being built out in real time. So if you are someone in your industry who has fruit on the tree, who as we're sharing these stories, you're like, I'm kind of like that. This contributing to something like this is what I want. There is a slot. We would love to hear from you, get to know you. We have to vet. We have to get to know people before we're adding them as a champion or as a collaborator there. But that is very much something that with time we want to build out. And those who have the great fruit on the tree, who we can see it in every part of their life. Man, we're grateful and we're excited to partner with you to contribute back to you and build this together.
100%. So today we covered quite a bit. Asking for help is not weakness. We also talked about why going it alone is going to stall you in the end, but also why going together is just going to help you go further and even faster. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we appreciate you just spending some time here with us today. If you do want to connect with us in any way, maybe you're looking for an expert to, learn from. Maybe you are someone who wants to become a champion collaborator with us. You can actually look at the link in the description box down below. It's our Connect page, and you can find the right person, whether to connect with us or someone we can help you with to connect in our network. But we are very grateful to have been here with you today. We know that going together is what's going to help us go the furthest. And we always like to say, you have a choice to change your life, and we are grateful to give you resources to help you do it. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.